the new nursing Ausbildung is not recognized in the rest of the world. It's only recognized in Europe. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new to my channel, you're most welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for dropping by again. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering your frequently asked questions on FSJ and Ausbildung. So I decided to make this video because I have been getting a lot of similar questions on FSJ and Ausbildung. So I decided, let me make a video on that, so that it can also help someone else who has, you know, similar questions on the same. By the way, you guys, I'm not an expert, so answering these questions is purely based on my experience, because I have gone through FSJ and I also have knowledge on Ausbildung. But the Ausbildung that I'm going to be talking about is the nursing Ausbildung. So anything else, please do not expect me to know everything. So me living in Germany doesn't mean I know everything. I just know, you know, I have general knowledge of the stuff. So that is what my videos is all about. I make my videos purely based on my own experience and, you know, the general knowledge of what's happening around in Germany. So if you guys ask me questions, for example, to do with university, I only have general knowledge of how university runs in Germany, but I haven't gone through, you know, like a whole degree course in Germany. I only did like a summer course at a German university, and that was it. It was only for a month. But joining uni in Germany or doing something at the university in Germany, I haven't done that. So if you guys ask me questions on uni, I am honestly not the right person for you guys to be asking questions on uni. Okay, so I think I'm talking too much. I'm just going to be going through you guys' comments, and I'm going to try and sample the comments and answer your questions. And also, guys, before I go any further, I want to address what I said on my last video. I said the new nursing Ausbildung is recognized worldwide. You know, when you finish the new nursing Ausbildung, you're going to work, you know, you can work anywhere in the world. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, because that is not true. That is false information. Someone left a comment on my video and she said, no, I'm giving wrong information. I was like, okay. She said, if you have like a BSc in nursing, that is the one that can be recognized, you know, in other parts of the world. But if the new nursing Ausbildung is not recognized in the rest of the world, it's only recognized in Europe. You know, this information, I got it from my own teacher, because I myself, I am doing the new nursing Ausbildung. That's the reason why I say that, because my teacher is the one who said the difference between this Ausbildung and the other one is that it's recognized out of Europe, and du kannst zurück in deinem Heimatland gehen und arbeiten. Und I was like, ach so, okay, also ich kann zurück in meinem Heimatland nach Kenia gehen und arbeiten als Krankenschwester. Those were her words. And another question that I was asked was like, so what's the difference between the BSc and the Ausbildung nursing? So the difference is that when you study at the university, it's more theoretical than when you're doing Ausbildung, because Ausbildung is more practical. Like you're going to be more at work than in school, but it's always this shift, you know. We always have block classes. Let's say we have this time around, we go to school for a month, and then we go to work for 2 months. We come back to school for a month, or like 2 months, maybe 6 weeks, and then we go back to work like a month. You know, it's always shifting. That's how Ausbildung actually works. But uni, I don't know the Ablauf of uni, but I think you guys are more at the uni That's the difference. And the difference also is that I think for uni you need a C1. Ausbildung is B2. So yeah, the teacher said is not so much of a difference, but according to the person who left a comment on my video, she was like, BSc is the one that can actually be recognized out of the in the rest of the world. So that's the difference. I had to correct that. So my teacher is the one who is should, because she never gave a clear explanation on the difference between a BSc in nursing and the nursing Ausbildung. So yeah. So my first question is from Kazim, and Kazim Ayobami is asking, can I study medicine after Ausbildung? Of course you can study medicine after Ausbildung. I mean, if you finish your Ausbildung and you want to join university, yes, you can do that. And then the next question is from Rakib Hassan, and Rakib is asking, he's from Bangladesh, and can I apply age limits? There's no age limit in doing Ausbildung. Honestly, I have classmates that are 50 years old and they're doing Ausbildung, so don't worry. Ausbildung, you can do it at any age. There's no age limit. Hassan is still asking, is it only in the German language? Yes, the Ausbildung is in the German language, unfortunately. So if you have to do it, you have to study the German language in order for you to be able to study to do the Ausbildung. Rosemary TJ is asking, is it possible to become a nursing graduate after 3 years of Ausbildung, and can we move to Canada after completing Ausbildung in Germany? Well, of course, after the 3 years of Ausbildung, you have graduated, you're a nurse. Well, that is the system in Germany. The nursing Ausbildung is 3 years. Actually, most Ausbildungs in Germany are 3 years, unless it's like a duale Studium. Duale Studium is whereby you do Ausbildung and Studium at the same time. Maybe it can take longer, maybe it can take like 4 years, but it depends on which kind of duale Studium you're doing. So, but most of the time Ausbildung is 3 years. So yes, after 3 years you're a certified nurse in Germany. And if you can move to Germany, if you can move to Canada, of course, if you want to move to Canada, you can move to Canada. But if the nursing Ausbildung will be recognized in Canada is what I'm not sure of. So yeah. Mestro Frags is saying, yo, I have a bachelor's degree with no experience in nursing. If I start learning German now, can I do the Ausbildung, or is it late? Is it too late? Of course, as I said, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. It doesn't matter if you have a master's degree or you're a doctor. If you still want to come and do the Ausbildung, you are still welcome to do it. No discrimination, okay? Salon is asking, is a German bachelor degree valid all over the world or not? I don't know if it's valid all over the world. The next question is from Jason, and Jason would like to know if it's really worth it to go for Ausbildung. Yes, it's worth it to go for Ausbildung, because when you do Ausbildung, most of the times you get a contract. You get like a work contract and a school contract. So and most of the times the person where you got your work contract, when you finish your Ausbildung, the possibility of you getting a job is very high. Let me say just like 100%, because most people just finish their Ausbildung and they get employed immediately. So yeah, it's honestly worth it. I wouldn't say it any other way. And what are the chances of getting a job after Ausbildung? 100%. That's for sure. Especially when it comes to nursing, they're always looking for people in Germany. I think they have like Personalmangel, also die sind immer gefragt, so you will not miss a job, okay? The first question from Jason is, did you sign a contract, and which states that you cannot leave before you finish your Ausbildung? Yes, you sign your contract, but you have like a 3 months probezeit. Probate site is 3 months. That is like your trial period. So if you're not satisfied with where you are, maybe in the 3 months period, you can change, or you can leave the Ausbildung if you're not satisfied. But I can give you an example of myself. After my FSJ, I did 1 year Ausbildung, okay, and then I became pregnant, so I had to stop going to school and work. So after I had my baby and I stayed home for almost like 2 years, I terminated my contract. Actually, I terminated my contract, and now I have started the new nursing Ausbildung. Okay, so I think it depends with your workplace, but it does not state that you cannot leave. You must finish. If you're not satisfied, you can apply somewhere else. I personally I changed my my place of work because I was not satisfied with where I was. So I changed my place of work and I changed my school when I was going to second year. So after I changed, I was only like 2 months in, and then I got pregnant. So yeah, yes, you can change. The next question is from Daphne Wadira, and she's asking, if I have an opportunity to come there as an au pair, what should I carry so that I can apply for studying as a nurse? Okay, Daphne, yes, I know you're Kenyan. If you're from Kenya, you need your KCC result slip, your KCC certificate. That is like, I think in other countries, that is like your high school certificate actually, because in Germany, the requirement for you to join nursing school, they have their own, which is the Realschulabschluss. So Realschulabschluss is like our high school, like the Kenyan KCC now. So when you come, you need your KCC certificate, you need your birth certificate, of course, and your residence permit. You will get it here when you come here. Your B2 certificate. But if you come as an au pair, and let's say you did A2 or A1 as an au pair, when you come to Germany, then you have to go and do Sprachkurs so that you can get the B2 German certificate, so that by the time you finish your au pair, you're applying for the nursing school, you have your B2 certificate, because the B2 certificate is what's required for you to join nursing school. When you come with your KCC certificates, you have to go and send it to the Regierungspräsidium so that they can do the Anerkennung of your certificate and gauge if it's if it's a Realschulabschluss or a Hauptschulabschluss. So if they change your certificate and you get like a Hauptschulabschluss, then you will have to take longer to do your Ausbildung, because if you have a Hauptschulabschluss, you need a 1 year Ausbildung in order for you to start doing the 3 years Ausbildung. So if you have a Hauptschulabschluss, you will need a einjährige Ausbildung dazu, okay, with your Hauptabschluss, so that it can be like on the level of the Realschulabschluss before you start the 3 years. So in other words, you are going to take 4 years. But if they change your KCC certificate and you get a Realschulabschluss, then you join the school just like that. So you're going to take 3 years. Okay? So Solitude is asking me, what interview questions did the institution ask you? This is in relation to FSJ. Well, when I was applying for FSJ, I was asked actually, general questions. A brief introduction of myself, what I'm doing at the moment, and why I'm interested in actually doing FSJ. It's just general questions. So how you present yourself is honestly what matters. So a brief introduction of yourself and what you do and why you're interested in doing FSJ. Why you're interested in doing FSJ, most of the time you should lean towards things to do with you're so empathetic. Is it empathetic? As to have empathy. You want to give back to the society, you know, things to do with social work and community development. So if you're still back in Kenya while applying for FSG, please try. And also you know, if you ever worked with anything to do with Red Cross, or you've worked in a kinderheim, if you worked in a kinderheim, anything to do with giving back to the society, you know, if you're helping out people in the community, anything, so that actually gives you points, you know. They will say, okay, yes, and now you want to volunteer. And the reason why you want to volunteer is because you also want to get an experience of a new culture and a new language, you know, just to have a new experience altogether. So that's why you're applying for FSJ. It's not anything you're supposed to be worried about, like they're going to ask you quite very difficult questions. Not at all. Yeah, it's just a brief introduction of yourself, what you're doing, and why you're interested, actually how you came about to know them. That's all they ask, not anything complicated.
Watch out for part 2, guys.